I know you are the words in my song. My love, my life, my mom, everything to me. I miss you, mom. Your voice that softly sent my special lullaby.
She had the repeating line, my love, my life, my mom. And I remember the first time she read it, hearing that, and instantly thinking of a musical idea just from that one line. It's such a poetic and really beautiful line. Three-dimensional object. So the 21st Century After School program is a group of kids from Lewiston Middle School who need a little extra homework help or who want enrichment programs. How test taking makes me feel. Oh my gosh, wait, read this to me.
How test taking makes me feel. It makes me feel scared, nervous, and happy for it to be over.
These kids also don't get much chance to do creative things. A lot of them are ELL students. Their English does not come very easily to them, and so a lot of their time is spent kind of doing what's known as the basics, because that is hard for them. So it's kind of hard for them to find times to be able to express themselves. And I thought that this project really allowed them to be able to do that.
Never call me a name, never call me a name I do not understand. Always call me my name for the language I do not understand. Oh my God.
That was awesome. So I thought it would be interesting to take something that they were very comfortable with, poetry, and then kind of merge that with something that I'm very comfortable with and they weren't comfortable with at all. And so I decided to base my thesis around that idea.
I was there when you needed me. I was there until that day. The day you said you were gonna join the military. When you said that, I couldn't hear anything but the tick-tock on the clock.
Farhia's brother joined the military to fight for his country in Africa. When Farhia came to the United States, she left her brother behind.
Someone may have written down crazy history.
When I was composing that, I was taking the violin as one character, Farhia, and then the flute as her brother, or vice versa. And so in the piece, the two instruments play similar melodic things, but in separate ways. They kind of play off of each other and then sometimes come together in harmony. And those times that they do are very striking because they've been so separate for the rest. And I thought I wanted to use that to portray the interaction between her and her brother. They're really bearing their souls in these poems. And so then to spend, an hour a week looking at every single little detail of those and asking the students, tell me how this makes you feel, or what is the saddest you've ever been? We have those conversations, and I think that was a really important thing, is that we were able to see each other as humans and as people, and not just by, oh, she wears a hijab and she doesn't, and we were able to pass those differences. So I had 5 poems that ended up becoming compositions, and then one that stood alone. To spend an entire semester on one project and to have it culminate in one day, in really 15 minutes of getting on stage, performing these pieces, and then you're done. To be honest, it kind of went by in a blur. I mean, before the performance, I was panicking a little bit. My nerves were going a little crazy, both by being incredibly nervous to perform, to have my music played in front of a lot of people, and also I was so excited.
How test taking makes me feel. It makes me feel scared, nervous, and happy for it to be over. Like I know I'm gonna fail. It just makes me feel plain dumb, but I know I'm intelligent, but I feel dumb. Just as I get something the teacher says, the bell rings and I have to go to the next class.
My thesis is not a classical music thesis. I remember walking off the stage and getting out, and all of my performers were standing there with the biggest smiles on their face, and I just remember feeling so happy. Yes, that it was over, it had all been wrapped up, but also just really proud and really excited. Oh, this one. You know, I wasn't writing this music as an expression of my story and my identity. It was something that was doing something for people in the community, this community that has given so much to me in my 4 years. So I think that definitely was the most important part of this project.